bit further up. He's got the one that's nearest the black there. So he's got a bit of margin for error, and as Stephen was saying, the green, the right one to keep the effort going here. He's played that well.
4. Five.
I may choose to play a cannon on the pink here. Looks almost a plain ball shot. Oh, there's possibly the easier positional shot. You see that red at the top of the 3 to left corner. That was the less risky shot.
12.
You want it to be straight on this red because you want it to play the pink to the same pocket. That would have made it easy. To just drop on one of those 2 reds
13.
to the right corner. Has he made the same mistake as Mark Allen, not get past the straight line on the blue?
$18. 90.
Always gives you a bit of confidence, Denison, when you hear that sound, the ball hitting the middle of the pocket, the back of the pocket.
Yeah, and you know you're cueing really well when the ball goes right in the center of the pocket. It's what we said, you know, it doesn't touch the sides. It goes straight in the pocket without touching a jaw. Bit like that one. Oh, it's finished a bit awkward. If this red doesn't pass the other red into the right corner, he's hampered
26.
for the one to the left middle pocket, and that may just pass the red. He doesn't have much to do with the cue ball. Yeah, I think he can just drop that in off the left jaw.
Yeah, it definitely goes. Not perhaps not to a full pocket, but definitely goes.
$27. 34. Yep.
Needs a bit of help to get to this one. Extended rest and extension on his cue and it's a telescopic extension, so well, that I thought he'd missed that, you know, when it hit the cushion there.
That was a handy little kiss.
42.
Red and cushions. Allowed him a second cannon onto this red.
Yeah, he's had one go at trying to move that. He can't move it this time. He's just got to drop in behind it. It's going to be a tricky last red that he's faced with. And normally from this position you'd play up for the blue. It's much easier to get
50.
to the yellow then. So he would screw this back without hitting it too hard.
$51.
Well, again, it hits the first knuckle, but still manages to squeeze in. This has been an excellent effort, though, from Joe Perry. I think when Mark Allen went back to his seat, he did not expect this to happen.
$56.
And at least if he pots the yellow green, he'll only need the brown, so he wouldn't have to worry about getting from brown up to the blue. He could just then make sure of the brown.
Thank you.
That should be okay.
58.
Well, I say it should be okay. He doesn't want to be dead straight. He wants a slight angle so he can get in behind the brown. And that tells you that he's dead straight. A little shake of the head there. So he's going to have to try and pot the brown from where the green is, because that's where he leave the white. Any angle, either way, he could have got in behind the brown. And it would have been a simple pot.
As you mentioned, though, Dennis, he only needs the brown,
61.
so no need to do anything fancy with a cue ball. Well, in the end he did. He played for the blue. It was a great shot. Another ball that's wriggled and still went in.
70. $76.
Well, what an opening frame this has been. The ball was really opened at the start. Mark Allen made a 46, should have made more, but he didn't. And he sat in the seat and watched Gentleman Joe make that fabulous 83 break. It's 1-0. Wow, what a great opening frame there. Mark just looking over at the other table there while they're setting the balls up here, and it looked as if he was going to make enough to win the opening frame because he was queuing and going along very nicely, and then he couldn't get the correct side of the blue, but I didn't expect him to hit the brown.
No, this is an elementary positional shot for the top players, just stunning between the yellow and brown. Left-hand side of the ball cushion, side cushion, for the red that eventually Joe Perry would play for, off the green. Mark Allen breaks off using this new special chalk,
Mark Allen
a round block of chalk that a lot of players are using. They seem to think that it stops them getting kicks. £15 a piece of chalk, Dennis. Would you pay that?
Yeah, you can just order me 6 blocks, please. £15 a block of chalk. When I moved to England in the late 60s, my first car cost me £15.
Excellent opening pot. He's got an angle in the black to cannon one of these two reds away, but unfortunately I don't think it's going to do anything unless he puts a bit of stun on the cue ball. I don't think he can get rid of both the reds away from the black spot. Just use the red on the right just to go up for this red near the right side of the table to the corner. Wow, he played that very well. That was a very clever shot. Worked that out very well.
Thank you. 8. $14. $15.
I think the way Joe won that opening frame has given him a good old confidence boost.
$22.
Now the middle
Joe
pockets
Perry,
are quite
22.
sharp, and at that pace you can always miss them.
Well, that looked in when he hit it. Maybe only the fact that he played it dead weight. Yeah, now you think it's in. It just dies at the last minute to that right knuckle.
One. $6. $7.
That's a good shot. Leave himself perfect angle in the black. And that's another well played shot. Couldn't go into it at full pace because the cue ball would have screwed back to this
14.
near where his hand is. It would have been nothing.
15.
He's got a very economical technique. Doesn't do much waggling on the cue, just tends to point it, but deliberate backswing, deliberate pause. Cues it very smoothly.
22. $23.
Plays at a decent pace as well when he's playing well. Doesn't waste much time.
30.
At the moment, he's got the cue ball on a string.
31.
Yeah, he's what you would call, he's easy on the eye to watch. He really is. Oh, no. There's a few been going in off the angles here. I mean, that looked like it was going to miss.
Wants an angle on the black again here, which he has done. Absolutely
39.
perfect again. Go into the 5 reds and pink. And the way they're, you know, not tightly bunched, to be very unlucky not to be in anything here.
Yeah, that's what Stephen was talking about. And he couldn't have played it any better than that. Worth another look at that.
Yeah, it was lovely to watch the cue ball. It looked as if it was going to miss the bunch, didn't it? And just right at the end, the screw took effect, brought it into the back, the pack. Excellent snooker so far from Joe Perry.
$54. $55.
You'd think odds on to make a century break from this position. It'll be a careless shot that would cause him not to.
60. $61.
He's made 2 centuries so far in this UK Championship. There's been 77 so far, and we're only in the last 16 stage.
67. $68.
Yeah, Mark Allen's, the only thing he's done wrong was just, when potting the blue, just catching the brown, and he's been sitting in his seat ever since, really. Can't do anything when your opponent's playing this well. 83 in the previous and opening frame.
74.
Yeah, he just missed that half chance, didn't he, in the
75.
right middle pocket. It seemed to drift off right the last minute, so you could possibly say a little bit unlucky. But he's been severely punished. Here we see, maybe it was always on
80.
that right job. It certainly was missed by more than it
82.
looked at the beginning.
Gonna have to take the, well, he looked at the green because he's straight on the blue here, but just means it's a medium length pot. On the yellow, can he reach it?
87.
Just about. And that was
89.
exactly, that yellow is exactly the yellow that tipped over the pot when he made the first ever maximum break at the Crucible Theatre.
92.
Joe made 26
96.
centuries last season. He's on 11 this season. And that's probably one of his best of the season.
101. $107.
Unbelievable start to this match from Joe Perry. 2 one-visit wins in both the first 2 frames. He leads Mark Allen 2-0.
I think he's earned that little sip of water there. What a start for Joe Perry. As Stephen said, all Mark Allen. Well, he 2 slight errors. Potting blue, catching the brown, and then that red that looked like it was going to go into the right middle, didn't. And that's it. He's been sat in the seat for the remainder. Tough game.
Yeah, nothing puts pressure on your opponent more than if you're winning frames in one visit like Joe Perry's doing, punishing your opponent the ultimate way.
Yeah, there's a few little pots, I suppose, that we thought might not be going in. This one here just touched the cushion, but the pace kept it in. This was another one that just wobbled a touch, but the brown just catching the cushion, and another little wobbler coming up here. But everything else has been right in the center of the pocket.
The interesting thing about the first three is they hit the first knuckle, which normally, you know, means that they're not going to go in.
The third frame.
That's the only thing that surprised me about those three. Sometimes the other ones, you know, when it's at the far knuckle.
Oh, look where the two reds have gone this time. One either side of the black. Good cue ball, but black out of commission early on. It's funny sometimes. They just seem to spring out of the pack and go close to the black.
Very aggressive safety shot from Mark Allen, deliberately hitting the pack thick to open the reds up. But that wasn't deliberate, kissing the brown to go behind the green.
And coming around to have a look, because at first glance, if he was to play to land on the red that's next to the tip of the cue, he might leave that one. It's just behind and to the right of the black. He feels that he won't leave that one, so dead weight. Oh, I don't think that's going to reach.
Foul. Going to miss. Mark Allen.
And does it cut in from this position? Yeah, and he might be able to flick the red away and leave the black. So, yeah, it pops from where it's finished up.
One.
That was very unlike Joe Perry to make a mistake like that. It's probably the only place he could have left Mark Allen that shot. But what's happening here? Oh. That was really nice there.
8.
He got hold of that cue ball.
You can see that little mannerism there of Mark Allen, sort of eyebrows just raising up as he eyes the ball up. You always get asked which ball you're looking at when you play the shot.
6.
He's just sitting down for a while. There must be something going on the other table. Not just deciding to wait to see the outcome. Yeah, I was just talking there about what you look at. You're glancing from the cue ball to object ball, and then you look at the object ball just before you deliver the cue. There's something happening on the other table. What is happening? There's smiles all around. It could be a possible maximum break on the other table. And we're looking at Lai Hang. But look where he's finished. What a tough Boy, what a tough black. Well, Stephen, you've made 11 maximums. This is a tough black here, isn't it?
Yeah, just be almost just making sure the pot, hoping you get some sort of pot in the yellow. He's got it. Great shot, great shot.